viewers. It's Lushawn. If you just found my channel, welcome, and if you are returning to my channel, welcome back. Thank you so much for supporting me here on Lushawn's Lifestyle. You all know I truly do appreciate it. Thank you to all of the subscribers, new subscribers, welcome. All of my subscribers that have been supporting since day one, thank you all. Viewers, thank you, and one day I know you will subscribe. So today's video is my first paycheck number 1, that I'm going to be allocating my paycheck for, and this will cover my bills and expenses from September 1st through September 14th. So let's go ahead and get into the video. All right, I already turned to this page that I need in my planner. This is the Erin Condren Deluxe Monthly Planner, which you all know I utilize if you are not new, but to the newbies. Yeah, I love the Erin Condren Deluxe Monthly Planner, and if you are interested in this planner, have thought about it, and just haven't pushed the button on it, the link is in my description box, so if you're interested, you can check it out. If it's your first time, you can save a couple of coins on your order. So first and foremost, let's go ahead really quick. Let me go ahead and put down the washi for paycheck number 1, and these I ordered these back in July. She put it's from Uniquely Shawn, her Etsy shop, and she pretty much she did 2 months in together, so I went ahead and just knocked it out. But I'll probably be doing something different for October, but I'm gonna go ahead and use what I have right now. So that is the brochure, and we're gonna go ahead and put in, oh no, not yet, getting ahead of myself. Okay, so bring you in so you all can see. Not too far. Put my flower back. Gotta have something on the screen. All right, so paycheck number 1, I actually get paid on the 15th and the last day of the month. For August, the last day will fall on a weekend, so technically I will get my pay on October 30th, but it covers my bills, of course, from the 1st to the 14th. So I just mark it that way. It's all how I've always done it. It just makes sense for me. So I'm just going to go ahead and put income and expected. Actual, which will be the same usually. And then the variance, if there is one, which normally there is not. Really quickly. I didn't want to do a freehand with my sorry guys, with the line. The freehand line just looks so janky. So let me just do this real quick, very quickly. Okay, so my income is main, and my paycheck that I'm expecting to total will be $2,980.85, and I get that on, oh, I didn't put the due, okay, and I will get that on, I'm just gonna put 8:30 right in there. And then I always do a miscellaneous just in case, you never know. Although I'm not budgeting anything right now for it, I'm only budgeting off of what I'm getting from my paycheck. But I always like to put that there. I'll make sure I'm doing this right the way I did it. Yes. All right, so that's all the income that I'm expecting right now. So let's go ahead and put this divider in, separate, because now we're gonna go ahead and get into what my bills and expenses are gonna be looking like for this paycheck. All right, so first I have my fixed bills and expenses. And I do a little, I changed up my layout. I'm sure some of the older subscribers know I used to do it a little bit differently. And then if you haven't done so, I have some, I think for June and July, I think, and August. No, May, June, and July. It shows like the different variations of layouts that I tried out, and then this is what I just took a hybrid and I put some together and made what how I wanted my how I wanted to list out my bills and expenses for my budget. So yeah, I think I said that right. All right, so bills and expenses, when they are due, what I'm budgeting for, budgeted, spell right, my actual, and then the plus or minus. So let's just put a little line here for separation, demarcation. So first is my mortgage, and I do partial, and I transfer part of it over to, I have another account that it's Capital One, and I just let it sit there. I call it riding the pine until it's time to do whatever I need to do with the funds that I'm kind of splitting up, so it's not taking so much from one check. So so this is, I really should say it's like a transfer. So this will come out when I get paid. So I'm just gonna say the first, and I'm taking out $1,674 even. Next is my gym payment, and that is due on the 1st as well. What I do, it goes to a card that I paid off, and then I just put this money to the card, so it's a wash just until I decide what I'm going to do with the card. And that is $23.42. Next is life insurance number uno, and this one is my mother's. I pay for her life insurance, and that's due on the 2nd, and that is $51. Then I have life insurance 2, which is kind of a multiple of different policy amounts I have in my sons and all that good stuff. So that's number 2, and that's due on the 2nd as well, and it's $103.89. And then I have tolls. I take the toll to work, and that is due on the 3rd, and that is $70. Now, okay, and I'm just gonna put an A in a circle because that's automatic. So that's all I have for fixed bills and expenses. And I'm sorry for flipping back. I just started this, and I want to make sure I'm doing it correct. Okay, so now I want to total this section. So my totals are, and I totaled off screen already for the sake of time. So that's $1,922.31 for my fixed bills and expenses. Next is my debt minimums. And when they are due, and how much I'm budgeting based off of the minimum payments that are due on them. And then actual, it should not change, better not change. And then plus or minus. Probably need to write smaller, but y'all get the gist. Oops, sorry, my cap fell from my candle. All right, so debt minimums. Okay, so I have Gila, and that is due on the 4th. That is my son's student loan. That's $130 that I pay. Then I have Amex Gold. That is due on the 4th as well. That is for $152 this month. Is the debt? Is the minimum. Then I have Capital One. Capital One is my current debt snowball item that I am throwing additional monies to pay off as soon as possible. That is due on the 4th as well. Currently the minimum is $104, but I throw extra at it. And then last but not least is Synchrony. It used to be the item that was my debt snowball, but because it's a 0 APR, I switched it because this finance charge was, woo. Right, this is due on the 10th and the minimum is $56. I definitely will pay it off before the promotion ends, but I got a ways on that, so I'm good. Totals. Okay, so my total debt minimums for this paycheck come to $442 even. Sorry about that, I was a little bit out of frame, my bad. And next is my variable expenses. Due and budgeted. I don't do actual plus because they are what they are. These are my my cash envelopes, and this will be due for the 1st, since that's when I will be getting paid. And for this, my cash envelope for this paycheck will be $260. And that's because I transitioned a sinking fund from sinking funds over to cash envelopes, and I transitioned my giving envelope. So sinking funds will be on the 1st as well, and that is just a transfer because I have digital sinking funds and I put them into a Capital One 360 account and sit them over there. So that's I don't do the envelopes for my sinking funds. I do digital or electronic. So my sinking fund for this paycheck will be $140 because I took away one of the categories and now moved it to cash envelopes. And then I have my debt snowball. And sorry for the shadow, that's my window. Let me just adjust these blinds. Maybe that'll help with the, let me go the other way. Not as bad as it was. All right, so debt snowball. And currently for this month, so I'm budgeting 200. Well, with this paycheck it'll be 100, but for the month I'm doing 200, and it could be more if I, we'll see. But for now, that's what I'm putting towards additional to my debt snowball for this paycheck. Okay, also let me put here No, I pay all of these. None of these are auto pay. Yep, I go in and pay those. Okay, so that's that. So my debt snowball is done there. So this totals for this paycheck $500. So it's gonna put total. Okay, and then we have remaining. And this is gonna be a tight squeeze. All right, so remaining is $116.54. And so the first thing I will be doing is putting $50 to savings. If you haven't watched my deep dive into my annual fees, I'll link it in the cards, because that was something, but I got a good handle on that. But what I had stated in there's one of my American Express goal that I had to figure out what I was going to do with it. So I'm going to cash front it, and for the next this month and next month, I'm just going to use this savings money that will front to pay for that, which will be coming up in. But watch that video. I explain it all in there. So $50 goes to savings, and then I have been also lending money to my small business account. Just there's certain little fees that I have to pay for, like, you know, I have to, you know, my editing software and all that stuff. So I just put $20 to that. So that's business. And then that leaves me with $46.54. So what I'm going to do with the $46.54 is for the month of September, and I will have a separate video, but I am starting a 12-week savings challenge, and it's going to be for $1,200. So basically $100 a week. And what I'm doing is trying to quarterly save up for a down payment on a car, because I love my car. She's great. She's been doing well. Bluebell is the bomb, but Bluebell is up there in age, and I need to strategically start figuring out what I need to do. So in the meantime, I need to get some monies put aside specifically for that. So I thought I got this idea from Tara Gay Nicole here on YouTube. Shout out to my sis. She's working on her her savings challenge as well. I think she's almost towards the end, and she's done really well with it. And it's called a challenge for a reason. It's challenging. You're making sacrifices. So I mean, I got to figure out how I'm going to come up with $100 a week, but we shall see. So what I'm going to do is to kick this off, is I'm going to take the $40, and that's going to go towards my challenge. And then, so I'm just going to put challenge. And then, oh God, and then the $6.54 that's left, I'm just going to put that in my do what I want account. So that takes my budget down to a 0. So it's a 0-based budget. Okay, I know it's like really small, itsy bitsy, can you see? But I can see it. So yeah, so recap one more time. I am going to put the remaining 52 of this 116.54. 50 goes to savings, 20 will go into my business account, 40 will go to my challenge, and I'll have a video showing you guys how I'll be doing that. and then the $6.54 will just transfer into my do what I want account, and that zeroes out my budget. So yeah, so whew, that is it for what I am doing with this paycheck. Thank you all so much if you've lasted this long in the video. I truly do appreciate it. You are a lifestyler, and don't forget, click that subscribe button and like this video. Thumbs up, thumbs it up, thumbs it up, and share it with your family and friends. I truly would appreciate it. And until my next video, hugs and love. Bye.